And now we're going to talk about a young up-and-coming player in the NBA. This is MPJ, Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought John Morant's coming up.
Yeah,
That's why.
We'll talk about him next.
John Morant's name is Demetrius. I'm on him.
Michael Porter Jr. to me has been balling. I mean, since Jamal Murray has been sidelined with his injury, MPJ has stepped up. I mean, right now he's averaging 23 points per game and 7 rebounds per game in Jamal Murray's absence. This season, he's averaging 19 points per game, 7 rebounds, shooting 54% from the field and 44% from three. And that's a massive jump from last year where he averaged 9 points and he shot 51% from the field and 42% from the three. So the points have jumped, but his efficiency has pretty much stayed the same. Number 1 ranked recruit out of high school. He dropped in the draft because of his back injury, even though Tracy McGrady said that he played with the same injury and it did not bother him whatsoever, and he was fine. I think he's a superstar. Not right now, but I think he's a future superstar. I'll say this. His floor is Memphis Grizzlies Rudy Gay.
No, better.
That's his floor.
No.
So
definitely better.
You don't think his floor is 20 points per game? That means the worst he's going to be is 20 points per game.
I think Rudy Gay was a 20 points per game inefficient guy, though. I think
he just went out there and shot.
Not inefficient, but I think he was just going out there. He wasn't really going out there to win. He was just going.
So you're telling me if MPJ was placed in those situations with Toronto and with Sacramento, it wouldn't be the same result?
No.
Gives me Joe Johnson vibes.
Yeah, He
gives me Joe.
I think his floor is better than Rudy Gay.
Having a floor where you're averaging 20 points per game.
No, his floor for Rudy Gay is pretty good.
Yeah,
NBA standards.
Floor.
Yeah, that's a floor, bro.
I wasn't high on. I think Michael Porter Jr.'s floor is like an all-star, like a consistent all-star.
Joe Johnson. I'm gonna put
that in that type of form. Like I think Denver has an opportunity here, and I hope they don't mess up like OKC messed up. I think they have kind of like a Golden State opportunity. They drafted all 3 of their guys.
Yeah.
So Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Nikola. I think it was like a trade on draft day, but whatever. Same
second
thing.
round pick.
Yeah, same thing. I think they have a very important. They have a Golden State way of where they can move this. Nikola, he's arrived. He's here. He's gonna be here. Jamal Murray, he was arriving. He's still. I think the way he plays, he'll be fine from the injury. I think Michael Porter Jr. making that next leap up. I think that's what they need to really be a championship team because. In a league with Kawhi, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Paul George, Giannis, you need a wing that's going to give them buckets on that. And I think Michael Porter Jr. is that guy. And I think he can be a superstar. I think in about 2 years he'll be it. I said this on draft day when he got drafted. He'll be better than Ben Simmons. I said that mad early. People jumped on me for that. Now we're here. I think he can definitely be a superstar in the next 2 years. And I think that's what Denver needs to really be a championship. I know you're high in Jamal Murray. I don't think those two are enough. I think Michael Porter Jr. is sending to that second guy is really going to put them in the championship window, in my opinion.
If I'm not mistaken, you said that Porter Jr. was Wesley Johnson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not even acknowledging
that.
That's
I'm playing, but
no good.
I didn't even finish what I was going to say.
I'm sorry.
His floor was Rudy Gay, but his ceiling is like a KD type of superstar. Yeah, I think it is. His ceiling, his ultimate ceiling, when you look at their play styles, a 6'10 forward who can shoot, who can handle the ball, who can get to his spot on the floor. I mean, this guy's 21 years old.
You do know KD walked in at 19, like just dominating the league, right?
Yeah. He's 22.
KD walked in averaging 20. But I think his ceiling, it's not crazy to say MPJ can be a top 10 player.
Okay.
That's respectable.
Yeah, I don't think his ceiling could be that.
3, though.
Yeah, like KD's that ceiling's a really tall ceiling. That's
tough one to achieve.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he.
I would have gave him Melo.
I think that's his. No, I don't think so. I think his.
Top 10 player, what do you Melo?
I think his maximum ceiling can be like KD type.
He could
player.
be better than Melo.
100%. We talking about KD here.
No, but I don't think he's getting. I don't know where he got that from. I don't think he's gonna get to KD's level.
I mean, I think just MPJ's play style also is very reminiscent more of KD than of Melo.
He's streaky though. I mean, KD will at the times he'll just go to the basket. Michael Porter Jr. is going to continue to shoot that 3 until it falls.
Yeah, he's shooting 44% right now.
I think that's more coaching than anything, though. I think that's the coach scheme and game plan. I don't think he's at that level yet to attack the basket and be that guy. I think that's going to come more with confidence and experience in the league. I see what you're saying though. I could rock with you on that.
So without Murray, they're 13-5 right now. They're 8-2 in their last 10.
Yeah.
But they still have a good team. I mean, Monte Morris is good, even though he's been out of the lineup as well. Will Barton is good. P.J. Dozier. I mean, Aaron Gordon. That was a huge pickup. I know you guys. I know you guys are waiting for me to say Facundo Campazzo.
He's waiting.
I mean, Campazzo has been good as well for them. You know, Jermichael Green. Millsap is finally showing his age. He doesn't look.
I was just about to say that. He has to go.
He looks like a completely different player. But I think the acquisition of Austin Rivers was huge. I mean, he was a Knicks legend. He did a lot for the city. He dominated Utah.
100%.
So I think, him going to Denver, I think that was a huge acquisition. This guy who could play defense and hit some open shots and create something sometimes.
So how far do you have them going? If you're doing all this talking.
It's tough. I mean, look, I definitely have
season
them.
Ends today.
I definitely have them going out of the first round. I definitely have them making the second round. And it really is all on MPJ and the leap he's going to take in the playoffs because I know Jokic is going to do his thing. But if the Nuggets, let's say, face Phoenix and Phoenix is in the second round, I think Denver can beat Phoenix because I believe that MPJ can have just as good of a series as Devin Booker. I mean, MPJ, I think, can really ascend. I mean, I think this playoffs right here is really might be the beginning of MPJ and how we view him. I mean, he can have a playoffs where he's averaging 28, looks like a star, and we're like, wow. Yeah. Like, I think this can be that for him, this playoff run right here. I'm not saying their ceiling is going to the championship because I think their title hopes left when Jamal Murray got injured. When Jamal Murray was healthy, I said it on the podcast. I said they're my dark horse to make the finals if the Lakers are not fully healthy.
I said the same.
They're my dark horse. But because of Jamal Murray's injury, I know you're not that high on Jamal Murray, but I'm really high on him, and I thought that was such a major loss. So I think their ceiling now is WCF, really, but it depends on matchups a lot. But realistically, I just see them going to the second round and then being out the playoffs.
I'll tell you right now, if the season ended today, the Nuggets will play the Lakers in the first round.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
that changes everything.
Well, if LeBron
isn't what he is, then I can.
LeBron's supposed to be back next week.
Oh,
according to the reports.
There goes that.
But they have been looking bad though.
Yeah.
Well, honestly,
they just played.
Yeah.
The Lakers in Denver, they just played. That game was horrible, but it was fun.
I can't believe I watched that.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah. So you said WCF ceiling. I agree.
With this group, yes. Depending on matchups,
yeah,
yes.
I go off matchups.
But if they face the Lakers, that'll be tough though.
Playoff LeBron.
I think anybody plays the Lakers, it'd be tough.
Yeah.
I think if the Clippers face them in the first round, the Clippers will win.
Right now?
In the first round, yeah.
Oh, the Clippers will beat the Lakers regardless of when they play them. That's just my view on the Clippers.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't think that's crazy. I wouldn't put my money against LeBron, but if the Clippers win, it's lit.
Huh?
It's lit. But I think Denver right now is in a tricky situation. I would want to take the Phoenix route. I don't think they want to see Utah right now without Jamal Murray. Like, I think that was one of the reasons they came back 3-1. Jamal Murray was butting heads with Donovan Mitchell. I don't think they have. I wouldn't want to see Utah right now. I'm not sold on Dallas right now. I think Denver could beat Dallas. I think Denver could beat Portland right now easily.
And Memphis,
yeah, pretty easily.
Golden State.
Woo! Yeah, they'll probably beat Golden State. It'll be probably like 6 games. Don't be surprised though. That could be an upset. Don't be surprised. Draymond lock up. Then we got Steph.
Who's Draymond gonna lock up?
The Joker.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no chance that happens.
It's okay. Who's gonna lock up Steph? Facundo? You're not worried about that guy.
He had 3 steals on Steph.
Yeah,
PJ Dozier.
Who? He kills him. He kills him.
Nah, but I think Michael Porter Jr. has a chance to be a star player. We'll see what he ends up being, though. But I think, like you said, Denver has a great opportunity to really build something. I mean, they're excellent at drafting. They really are.
And you were on the ship about firing Mike Malone. Look at that.
I mean, yes. I mean, I had good reasoning for it though.
Yeah.
Look
how
down,
that just flipped, huh?
Yeah. Last year I said they should fire Mike Malone because they were down 3-1 against the Utah Jazz without Bogdanovich, and I thought they should have never been down 3-1 in the first place.
Yeah. Look how that just flipped around.
Yeah. I mean, obviously now he deserves the job because they came back
Twice.
2-3 against for 2-3-1s, against the Clippers and the Jazz. So obviously it's different now. But if they would have lost 4-1 to the Jazz in the first round without Bogdanovich, yeah, I would have fired him.